Unit 5, Changing the World.
Essential question.
How can each of us make a positive change?
Comparing texts. Background. The Iraq War began in March 2003. As the war got closer, Alia Muhammad Baker, the chief librarian of the Central Library in Basra, wanted to find a way to save all the books before the library was destroyed. This selection is an excerpt from a graphic text that tells the true story of her efforts. Close reading focus. A graphic text, such as this one, tells a story in a series of frames that include both words and pictures. As you read, consider how this format affects your understanding of key ideas. Consider how the story might be different if it were told in a newspaper article or other type of informational text.
From Alia's Mission, Saving the Books of Iraq. Mark Allen Stamati.
All day long, Alia thinks about what to do. By late afternoon, she has an idea. At quitting time, Alia goes to a shelf in a back corner and fills her handbag with books. Then she hides 2 more armfuls under her shawl. Bearing the bulky load, she walks as normally as possible past the government workers, down the hallway, through the lobby, and out of the library. By the time she reaches her car, her arms and shoulders are aching knots, her hands numb and tingly. She looks all around her to make sure no one is watching, then loads the books into the trunk and goes back for more. The government workers, preoccupied with the war, take little notice of the comings and goings of a female librarian. In several trips, Alia manages to fill the trunk and back seat, covering the books carefully with a rug and a shawl. Then she drives home. Her husband helps her carry the books into their house. They stack them neatly in the closet. The next day, Alia brings home another carful of books. And the next day. And the next. And every day that week. Soon, their closets are overflowing. Stacks of books line the hall and begin filling up the guest room. I guess we won't be having any overnight guests for a while.
Yes, we will. About 40,000 very special guests, if I have enough time to move all the books. Who am I kidding? The war is moving too fast. I don't have enough time.
A few days later, her fear is confirmed as British troops roar into Basra. She looks out her window. People are running about wildly in the streets. Alia calls the library. The phone rings and rings. With every ring, her heart beats faster. Finally, the phone is answered by the library custodian. All the soldiers and government workers left this morning. There's no one here but me. And the looters outside.
No one's guarding the library.
Next morning at first light, Alia drives to the library, exhausted from a sleepless night of worry. The streets are in chaos. People rushing in every direction, loaded down with stolen goods. Couches, televisions, clothing, appliances, items big and small, in vans and cars, carts and wagons, and many on foot. While in the distance are sounds of war, explosions, gunfire. Here and there a building is burning, smoke clouds filling the sky. Arriving at last at the library, Alia hurries inside. The looters have been here. Gone are the carpets and tables, lights and fixtures, and who knows what else.
They even took the pencil sharpeners and the vacuum cleaner and the coffee maker. The only thing they didn't take is the books.
There's no time to waste.
Anis, hello. This is Alia.
Anis is Alia's good friend who owns a restaurant next door to the library. Yes, Alia, the books, they're in danger? Of course I'll help you. Those books are the history of Basra. Tazik, Alia needs our help. I want you to contact all our employees. I'll call my brothers. We'll meet at the library in half an hour. At the meeting, Alia says a few words.
Looters have already attacked our library. In all this chaos, it could easily be destroyed, just like the great library of Baghdad. But we have a chance to save our books if all of you will help me. I have a plan.
A short while later, they swing into action. One group removes books from the shelves and stacks them carefully by the back door of the library. A second group carries them outside to a high wall that separates the library property from Anis's restaurant. The books are handed over the wall to a third group, which carries them into the restaurant, placing them in tall stacks. It is a very big job. They work all day and all night. In the light of dawn, they are still working. Everyone is tired, but they stay at it, spurred on by distant sounds of war. As the day progresses, more and more local people join in. Shopkeepers, neighbors, passers-by, some of them educated people who read a lot, and others who read less or can't read at all. They're trying to save the library books.
I'd be very upset if those books were harmed. I hope they're able to finish before the war gets here.
Do they need more people?
The tireder they get, the harder they work. We should help them.
I'm headed for the library to lend a hand. Wait for me. I'll close up my shop and come with you.
I'm a really good reader. The librarian said so. I'm learning how to sound out words.
Looks like no one wants to save all these books about Saddam. Exactly. Anis sees the strain in Alia. You don't look well. You ought to take a break.
But there's so much to do.
Just 5 minutes.
Maybe you're right.
Kaboom! From blocks away, a loud explosion. The war is getting closer and closer. Clouds of smoke from the explosion fill the air.
I'll sleep tonight. Right now, every minute counts.
They work till close to midnight, then call it a day. Good night, Alia. See you in the morning. Alia locks up the library, and Anis walks her to her car.
I wish I had the strength to work all night again tonight, and every night till all the books are safe.
You're only human, Alia. You're doing the best you can. 3 hours later, she is sound asleep, dreaming of books, when the phone rings.
Hello? No! The library's on fire. I've got to get there right away.
I'll drive you. A horrible sight.
Who did this? What happened?
We don't know.
Where are the firefighters? Who's in charge?
We asked the British Army, but they won't help.
This can't be happening. We tried so hard.
We did a lot. You don't realize how many books we did save.
Not enough.
For a long time, Alia stands there, staring into the fire.
Those books are like people to me, living, breathing beings, dear, dear friends.
The flames rage on, devouring the rest of the library until all that's left is a heap of cascading ash surrounded by a hollow frame. It's over, Alia. You're exhausted. Come to the restaurant. I'll make you some tea. Later.
If only we had more time. If only...
Are you all right, dear? What is it?
I feel so dizzy.
You'd better lie down. There's a cot in the back. The men take Alia to the hospital. A doctor examines her and comes out to speak with them. She's had a stroke. She'll need a lot of rest. In the weeks to come, Alia is well cared for. She has many visitors. She continues her recovery at home. One day, a niece comes to visit. How are you feeling?
Better, much better. But I still feel so bad about all the books we lost.
But we saved a lot more books than we lost.
But
My employees helped me count all the books in the restaurant. And those, plus the ones you have here, add up to more than 30,000 books.
30,000? You're right. That is a lot of books.
As soon as Alia is strong enough, she and her husband rent a truck. Assisted by their many helpers, they move all the books from the restaurant to their home and the homes of many friends and neighbors.
Picture books there. History books there.
Now, Alia has one more important challenge ahead of her before she retires: to oversee the design and building of a brand new library. It's a big job involving a lot of different people: citizens, fundraisers, architects, builders. But Alia gives her best effort to her labor of love. And deep in her heart is a feeling of joy.
Discuss. As war threatens, Alia chooses to save the books in the library. If your community were at risk of an attack or natural disaster, what do you think would be the most important thing to protect? Why? Discuss your responses with a partner.